Hey guys, this is Lynn. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another segment of Wigless Wednesdays. As you can see, I don't have all my wigs, so that means it is time to get a new one on and have a new little chat for the week. So sit tight, I'll be right back. Hey guys, I am back. Thank you so much for joining me for another segment of Wigless Wednesdays. Today I am going to review this lovely wig. It is a free tress wig. It has a 5-inch part. Her name is, hold on, I don't remember. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. Her name is Natural Set. The color is 1B. I feel like I like the wig. I feel very newscaster-ish wearing it. Very professional, like I should be somewhere delivering the news. Film at 11. Something like that, because it feels very, I don't know, this not my style, I guess. I'm so used to wearing big hair that this is really subtle for me. So I think that it will be a great everyday wig, everyday professional wig. For those of you that are professionals, you might appreciate this wig for that reason. Cap size is pretty decent. It's a little small for my taste. Again, like I've told you before, I have a large head. I don't have another way to describe it. It's just a big old head. And so for that reason, I have to, I tend to pick wigs that are comfortable for me, that have a lot of flexibility, a lot of areas that can be adjusted, especially in the back with the elastic. This wig does have elastic, but it's not really covering my whole head. And that's probably because my head is so large, but you know, for those of you that have, you know, average size heads, not extra big like mine, this will be perfect for you. And especially if you need an everyday wig, it is a free tress equal wig. Again, her name is Natural Set. The color is 1B. And I actually do like the wig a lot. So today I want to talk about how people treat us, okay? This past weekend I was riding along in the car listening to Cardi B, her song Be Careful. And I'll put the lyrics up in just a second. But essentially in the song, she said something to the effect of, you got me tripping, looking in the mirror different, thinking that I'm flawed because you're inconsistent. And as I was riding along and I was listening to that, I was like, damn, it really spoke to me, right? And I got to thinking about how many of us choose to look at ourselves when it comes to how people treat us. We think that it's our fault when they treat us a certain kind of way. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be reviewing a book. It's called The 4 Agreements, and I actually want to talk about each of the 4 agreements. And one of them basically talks about how people treat us having to do with them and not us. But essentially, the line in the song, the lyric in the song got us thinking about how many times have we looked at ourselves and tried to justify or figure out why someone treats us the way that they do. Well, she must not like me. Maybe I need to do this because this is why this person treats me this way. Or maybe I need to be one way because this person would treat me differently if I treated them differently. Or maybe he would react to me differently if I were to be different. And guys, my relationship that I was in a couple years ago, I let me think that my issue was, or that our issues were my issues. I let him make me think that the reason that he never made a commitment to me was because of me, because of something that I was doing, that I was too emotional, that I was too needy, that I needed too much from him. So he made me think that I needed to change in order for him to make the commitment. Guess what? I learned a lot about myself. I became way less petty. I changed a lot of who I was, but at the end of the day, when I ended up changing, guess who I didn't like anymore? Him. You know, I ended up changing so much about who I was, I ended up starting to see him differently. And after it was all over and done with, I was kind of like looking back like, wow, so maybe the issue really wasn't me. It was really him the entire time. And so many times we look at ourselves and really the problems that people have with us have nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with them, okay? And that's just a reality. So a lot of times we tend to break ourselves down from who we really are in order to appease another person. We tend to edit ourselves and we tend to change things about ourselves to make that other person happy. And I'll put this meme up right now. It basically says, stop breaking yourself down into bite-sized pieces. Go ahead and choke. Something to that effect. But anyway, I thought that was really funny, so I wanted to share it with you guys. But essentially, that's the same thing, guys. We cannot assume that the way people treat us has anything to do with us. Sometimes it has nothing to do with us. Sometimes it has everything to do with how that person was raised, their belief system, their morals, whether or not they were raised in a household that was founded upon love or founded upon survival. We just don't know. Sometimes people treat us the way they treat us because that's all they know. Sometimes people can only love us in the way that they know how to love us, and sometimes that's not what we need, okay? And I guess I'm saying all that to say, guys, don't stifle yourself. Don't edit yourself. Be you. Be authentically and unabashedly yourself, because at the end of the day, who else is you? No one else is as unique and special and wonderful as you are. And you know what? I had to learn that about myself. And here at the tender age of 22, I had to learn how to love myself. I had to learn how to love me. And guess what? Not really give too much of a fuck about what anybody thinks, because at the end of the day, guess what? If your thoughts and opinions don't pay any of these bills around here, then shut the hell up. Right? So that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me here for another segment of my little thing that I do here on Wednesdays, review a wig, talk about little stuff, talk about myself and little topics. Thank you so much for joining me here yet another time, and I hope you will continue to join me here every week. This has been a labor of love for me, and it is almost 1 year. In the next week or so, I'll be celebrating 1 whole year of bringing you guys content every week on Wednesdays, and that is a milestone for me because, honey, I'm not consistent with shit. Let me tell you, I'm not consistent with my diet, with my finances, with my relationships, but I have been consistently bringing you guys some content, so that must mean I really, really, really love sharing with you guys, right? So if you guys have not subscribed, please take a minute to click that subscribe button and also the bell icon next to it so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video here on my channel each and every week. Guys, again, thank you so much. If you could also thumbs up, leave me a comment, I'd appreciate it. I try to reply to everyone that leaves me a comment. Guys, again, be better today than you were yesterday. Be better tomorrow than you were today. I will talk to you and see you very, very soon. Goodbye.